Let's go live. Uncle Luke got a lot to say, man. Let's see what he got to say, man.
Wrong. They need to go to fucking jail, and if somebody didn't do something wrong, you need his cell phone too. You going there for some cell phone? You need to come on out with all kind of evidence. You need the videotapes out the ceiling and shit, showing people came in the house. But again, you know, that's the world we live in. It's not a problem. I just hope that the truth come out in whatever shape, form, or fashion.
Wow, Luke said a lot without saying too much.
Out of this situation, you know, and for whatever it is, if somebody did something wrong, they need to go to fucking jail, and if somebody didn't do something wrong, then they need to say they didn't do nothing wrong. But we already know this, you know, it's rough out here. It's rough out here. It's rough out here for a brother. It's a lot of things going on around here. You know, can't keep up with this shit. You know,
he about to drop some gems. Pay attention, y'all.
What I can say is this: when you sign up with these certain companies, when you sign up with certain companies and you go rogue and you start talking about you're going to sue them, when you start talking about you're going to sue certain companies that you got in bed with that made you a billionaire, and I'm gonna say this, and I want y'all to think about this because I don't want to call no other names. I don't want to call no other names on it because I don't want to be getting no viral moment on this bitch where they video my shit and have me on the shade room and everywhere other fucking room. Think about what I'm getting ready to say to you.
It's too late, Luke. It's too late, man. You hear it. Pay attention to what Luke say, bro.
Get your corporations, and they make you a billionaire, and you're doing all kind of wild shit around them and all kind of wild shit with them, and they make you a billionaire. They feel like you. They feel like they made you. So when you go rogue and you get to the point where you
remember Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Andre Harrell, he dead too. Clive Davis, guilty as a motherfucker. Now, Candace Owens said that they didn't run up in his house to find nothing. They went up in his house to plant shit. Pay attention, y'all.
You go to talking that shit about suing them and acting like and talking all that wild shit about you this and you that and you suing them and they treating you some kind of way.
And I guess your question was answered.
Versus selling your soul. Yeah, they're going to give you the millions. They're going to give you the billion. But when you fucking start thinking it's really about you, they will humble your ass so.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like you said, hey Zayda, you seen how much problems they gave us on the other channel? What when I said that shit about Candace Owens? The Candace Owens is not just a regular fucking black woman out here talking politics. She came out and publicly said that, yo, listen, they didn't go up in there to fucking shake Diddy down, man. They went over there to put the shit in his house that need to be there. Why you think nobody know where the fuck Diddy's at? The only thing you see in the news is that they stopped this airplane. You know what I'm saying? But didn't arrest them because they running up in your house with the SWAT team and throwing your kids in fucking cuffs. You think when they see you, they ain't throwing your ass in cuffs? Come on, man. Pay attention, y'all.
So fast, it'll make your head spin. Think about it. Think about the guys right now who are going through the shit right now, who was way up here. But they can't even fucking, they chopped them down so bad. And they fucking
Luther Forgotten Kings TV, man. Y'all get the likes up real quick, man.
Went out to these major corporations who put billions in their pocket and they thought it was about them. Those people are going to come after you and they're going to take you down. And they are more deep into politics than you may think about it. These people own senators. They own congressmen. They own these motherfuckers. They own judges. They own congressmen and senators who get judges nominated. who get federal judges nominated. So you see, a lot of us don't know how the game is really played. You talk about multi-billion-dollar corporations that put millions of dollars into political campaigns so that they could get you. All it takes is one senator. All it takes is one senator.
Remember Vote or Die, right? Remember Vote or Die? Diddy's still alive. Where the fuck is Diddy at? Y'all go look at any news you want. Only thing they're gonna say is that Diddy was apprehended at his airplane. Yo, these niggas is funny as fuck. Yo, apprehended, but they didn't lock him up. You know what I'm saying? Not that I want to see Diddy locked up, but think about it. They had both his boys, his prized possessions, you know what I'm saying? And cuffs. You think when they see this nigga, they not gonna put them bracelets, them iron bracelets on you, man? Of course they is, nigga. Less he jumped in the black motherfucking jet and flies to fucking Antigua or somewhere else.
Sure. You fuck around with one major corporation, and that major corporation. I'm gonna put you all up on some game because I have y'all to know how this shit work.
We got 100 people up in here, man. Get the likes up, man. Go to the top right, 3 dots. We on YouTube right now. Get on YouTube to hit like buttons and watch great content. You know what I'm saying? So the least you could do is pay your motherfucking tax. Wipe your fucking feet on the rug.
That's why when I be talking, hey, look, if half of these brothers consult with me before they go to acting crazy, they could save millions and millions of dollars. And I might need to open up me a fucking consulting firm called Save-A-Ho. Captain Save-A-Ho. When you go and you get these billions and you see them put you up on a pedestal, that's because they put you up on a pedestal. They made you the guy. They placed you on every network. They sold you to all y'all on here. They gave you 5 million followers. They put all this, they dress you up like a fucking hoe on the street. They gave you the Bugattis, they gave you the mansions on 2 different coasts. They put you up on a pedestal because they need you. It's like some pimp shit. When you got your main girl, you dress her up and she look like this and look like that and do this and you march her into the big room. I'm telling you. So when they put you on that motherfucking pedestal, and then you start thinking it's about you.
Thank you.
And you want to take over their shit?
That part.
Them people look back like this. Hold on, who the fuck you think he is? Oh, we'll show you better than we can tell you. Then they'll try to reason with you and they'll talk to your manager because your manager look like them. And they'll be like, hey man, tell your man to chill out.
Ain't that what happened to Michael Jackson? We just looked at Michael Jackson's deposition the other day. We watched them rob the fuck out of Michael Jackson. And speaking of Michael Jackson, Candace Owens, matter of fact, let me just take y'all in. Let me take y'all in. Because some of y'all niggas don't know where the fuck you at, right? So let me just put you on. Watch this shit here. I'm about to fuck y'all up. The Michael Jackson and Diddy connection, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. What Luke is saying ain't far from, it can't be that far-fetched. You want to know why? What the fuck is this? The hell is on this? They scamming like a motherfucker, man. Trump, come grab the wheel. Trump, come grab the motherfucking wheezy. All right, check this out. Get them likes up, man. Let's go. Let's get to it.
I want to be clear that when everything was going on with Michael Jackson, the lawsuits, his death, I thought that we were in full conspiracy theory territory when people were saying.
Now, I'm gonna let y'all know in the comments, all of you motherfuckers that got something against Candace, the Blessed Owens. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you say something we don't like, somebody gonna shoot your comment down.
That Michael Jackson was killed. I actually know a lot of people that are in the industry who believe that Michael Jackson was killed. And I just thought, it just sounds too whacked out to believe that somebody intentionally killed Michael Jackson. Of course, why would they do that? And also, saying every single day that he was a pedophile, even though he factually won his case.
Disrespected Mike. Had everybody out here. Mike's name was synonymous with some fuck shit. Let's just keep it honest. You said Michael Jackson, you said some fuck shit. If he wasn't talking about his hair burning up, he was talking about him putting his fucking kid out the window. We all said Michael was the R word. You said he was a rapist. None of you niggas. And he beat it. He beat everything. Yo, this is crazy, yo.
I allowed my image of Michael Jackson certainly to be corroded by the media throughout that time period. I will fully confess that. Now, I want to remind you, before we get back into Michael Jackson, what we learned in the Diddy documents, just to very quickly recap. Well, if you read through them, again, these are all allegations, but you will come out of it understanding that there is allegedly some sort of a blackmail ring that is operating throughout Hollywood, and that artists that are producing music are actually being controlled via being induced into drugs at parties. And then what takes place is they're being recorded, and sometimes they're being recorded while they are committing sexual acts with minors. And something that we also saw in these docs is that these parties, at least a lot of them, are taking place in the Virgin Islands.
Wow. Now, I would let y'all know that I'm also having a premiere on my regular channel, which is Mac Mean True Story.
Again,
as we're speaking right now, they think that I'm live over there. I'll show y'all about that later.
Just makes you go, what's happening here? Because Jeffrey Epstein, obviously, his home, or he owned an island that was just off the coast of St. Thomas. So we hear that again. I also am jogging your memory about the Bitcoin millionaire who, right before his death, found drowned, accidental drowning, even though he was fully clothed and had his wallet in his.
And that trainer guy that's missing. Also, the other ex that mysteriously died, like Kim Porter. Oh, it's about to get funky out here.
Pocket tweeted that the CIA and the Mossad were running a blackmail ring in the Virgin Islands. Something else that we learned in the Diddy lawsuit was that the media and the authorities are complicit. So the ring has real power, not imagined power. Again, I am using the word alleged because this person, despite having, video evidence and he has presented photographic evidence, this has not yet gone through the court system. And so we can't say that it's entirely true. And I'd say the biggest point that we took away from these Diddy docs was that this ring, if you believe it exists, can and will murder people to protect themselves. And he intimated this event that happened allegedly at a recording studio where Diddy and his son allegedly shot someone, and it was covered up by the LAPD and then the media. All right, so within those docs, and this is where it gets relevant, there is one man that is named as being the person that can do the cleanups, right? This is the guy that you are supposed to call if you get into any sort of a scenario. So in these docs, it says, Mr. Combs instructs his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad, that is Fahim Muhammad, if they are ever pulled over by the police in Miami or California. And upon
pay attention to this young nigga right here. How the fuck did he get in position to be running anything for Michael Jackson?
Information and belief. This is regarding the shooting that took place at Chalice Recording Studios. Again, he is alleging that Diddy and his son shot someone. And after that shooting, the documents say explicitly that Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G was shot.
Wait for it. Mr. Jones had no reason to disbelieve Mr. Combs, as he had seen firsthand through the shooting of G and the subsequent silence of the LAPD and the media that Mr. Combs indeed had the power to put that nigga ass up out of here. Those are my words. They said he had the power to harm him.
At the recording studio, the LAPD was in the recording studio and witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went with the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside of the studio. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connections within law enforcement. So again, what we are seeing there is that you call this guy and this guy will make it disappear, and the media will report whatever the incident is in a capacity that covers up the crime, allegedly. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The cleanup guy, Mr. Fahim Muhammad, was also on the scene when Michael Jackson died. So I want to introduce you to and allow you to listen to Ian Carroll. He's an independent journalist that is investigating everything that is going on, and he explains that connection that Fahim has with Michael Jackson. Take a listen.
So this new lawsuit just came out that just tons of that.
I'm gonna tell you something. This white boy right here, I know they hate him. This motherfucker right here don't got nothing else better to do but to put this shit together. Pay attention to something.
Evidence that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, has been running a sexual blackmail operation very much like Jeffrey Epstein, but in the rap and music industry.
It's so weird that Puffy like beating the women up. Yo, Diddy, you beat the bitches up and you treat the men like gold.
For basically 30 years. And in that lawsuit, we learned that his head of security while he's running the sexual blackmail ring is this guy named Fahim Muhammad, who before working for Diddy was the head of security for Michael Jackson when he was only 21. And he was one of the first people on the scene when Michael Jackson died. And before we go to Michael Jackson, the most important part of the Diddy case to bring across is the fact that the record executives at the very top knew what P. Diddy was doing. They were attending the parties with underage girls where they were spiking drinks. They were deeply involved in Diddy's personal life, and all evidence points to them supporting his operation, or at the very least, turning a blind eye to it.
So yes, this is obviously huge. It's also potentially terrifying. And now if you want to be rational and use the rational side of your brain, you just, okay, well, this could just be a coincidence, right?
According, Eon, they said according to the news, I mean the official news, not the McMean news, the official news say that he was they act like they approached him, but they don't have charges on him. You know what I'm saying? I find that weird when he put his sons in cuffs. So we try to figure this shit out. But before we go any further with this this Candace Owens shit's gonna just take us down a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Mikey B, slow, bro. Good morning. That's gonna take us down a rabbit hole too far. And great work, man. You know, lately, Mikey B, let me show you something right quick. Because they saying that Gene Deal might get subpoenaed. Let's just see why they saying it. Now, everybody know Gene Deal's the number one pushing it. And Mikey B, what I was trying to say is that great work, you know what I mean? Great work. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Whether I'm not sure whether they're true or not, a lot about Puffy's sexual activity. You know, so and we talked about how he may be what do you call it?
Well, listen, I don't want to speak on Gene because whatever he's doing, he was there.
Right, I don't want to.
No, when he was there, when Bodyguard and Puff back in the days, whatever he's telling Vlad or these other people, I mean, listen, everything's got to be corroborated. So he probably would know better than anyone if he was there at the time. But remember, too, you know, when you speak about all these things, the government can call you also.
Bad Mike, you're on the loose as you should be. You know what I'm saying? You know, we team Mikey B over here, man. So you can't do no harm in my eyes, my nigga. But great work. I see the fire. You know what I'm saying? You boom. They say fight fire with fire. I see you fighting fire with water, as you should. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And ask you to come to court as well and state the claims that you said because you already said them. So there's a possibility down the line they could call him in and talk to him. Like I said, he probably would know more about Puff.
Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. My other channel, this is actually my small channel. This is MacMean TSTV. The other channel is MacMean True Story. We moving around. We try to move the algorithm around, man. We just trying to get big checks around here. You feel me? And dodge the fuck shit.
Back,
Bro said Cassie is top 5 most beautiful women in the world. Diddy done ran through some beautiful people, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Then, because he was around them more than anybody back in those days.
Well, that's my point. Well, they could call him as a character witness.
I don't know. I can't say a character. They would call him.
I don't know.
I'm gonna drop the elevator down. If anybody want to hit the panel, they got something to say. There's a link. I'm gonna pin it to the top so y'all can find it. Right?
They would call him as somebody who knew certain things that went on because he's already. And all the stuff that's being said right now, it's not just him. It's a lot of people that are just saying a lot of things right now about what Puff did back then. So they could call all those people. the government could call all of them and interview all of them and bring them into court for all the stuff they said.
And they can't avoid it.
Diddy fucked Usher. Hell yeah, he did. But you can't type it that way. You gotta switch your curse words, put some finesse on it, and we'll let it through. But I agree, Diddy did fuck Usher.
Because what you just,
It's hard to avoid that because the government will subpoena you and they'll tell you, hey,
Allegedly. Allegedly, Diddy fucked Usher. What? Usher's mother signed him over to Diddy. Usher's mother gave Diddy Usher. I'm dead ass. And took him to what was the name of the camp that Diddy took Usher to? Camp Bad Boy. Get the likes up, man. Get the fucking likes up, man. Go to them 3 dots at the top. Hit that, and that's where the like button's at. Let's go.
you said this, you said that, I'm going to bring you to court. So that could happen, you know?
Right. And some people may not even be comfortable on the stand because they.
Let's get them likes past 100 real quick. We got guests pulling up to the show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna I can't pin the link, but I'll drop it periodically. You feel me? I don't feel like going through the shit. I gotta go through the pin it. All right.
Live by a certain rule, no?
Well, yeah, there's certain people that say we don't talk, I'm not snitching, whatever, but
Young. Got him when he got Usher when he was young. Allegedly, Usher was 15 years old when he went with Daddy. All right, we're gonna call him Daddy. We're gonna call him Daddy, Diddler, or No Diddy. What do y'all want to call this man? Daddy, Diddler, or No Diddy? Matter of fact, I'm out of pocket right now. I really am. Let me just put the appropriate background. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Will Diddy rap? Like, who is he going to rat on? You know what I'm saying?
that doesn't really apply with the government. They, you know, they don't tolerate that. It's like,
Exactly.
I'm just saying, it's just like, you know, it is what it is.
Oh my God. Look at the comment, y'all. They said the Beebs took it down. He took the Beebs down too. We did speak about that on the other channel. We showed and proved that he might have did something strange with the Bieber. Because notice how after Diddy dealt with Bieber went crazy. Look at Bieber's deposition. Look at that. That nigga gave no fucks. This is right after he started hanging out with Diddy. Diddy done turned that boy into a man, allegedly.
It is, but like
Booty boy, allegedly.
I said, there's a lot of people saying a lot of things about him, about Puff did this, Puff did that. And remember, the government can call you and bring you in to interview you about what you know, what you saw, you know.
Of course, they're gonna bring Gene in to corroborate everything that was being done at that time. Why? Because he was actually there. He was employed, allegedly. He was employed by Diddy. Of course, they would use him to corroborate a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Not what you heard. They don't want hearsay. They want to know if you were there and you have credible information, you know?
Right. And you told me just before we sort of recording that you heard that Puff may have been arrested.
I heard he may have been arrested. You know, there's a thing where I've been getting a lot of calls from a lot of people about Puff, and they would tell me, he might have got arrested and he might be booked already. So I guess we'll know in the next day or so, because everybody will report if he's been arrested. It's public information anyway,
right.
So it'll come out.
Lights up.
You see, it reminds me of the Keefe case, because once Keefe got raided, and not too long after, he got arrested. So that's like sort of a timeline. And once he got arrested, everybody was looking towards Diddy. Like, well, okay, how does he fit in, or is he next? Is he gonna get arrested? So
you're talking about with Keefe D,
right?
Well, when Keefe D got arrested, listen, Keefe D kind of incriminated himself. Let's just put it the way it is. And all the stuff that he talked about then, he knew. He's got knowledge. Everybody knows that the information is already out that he was there at the time when the shooting happened. So with Tupac and everything else. So now Keefe D is probably going to talk about everything. What has he got to lose? It looks like he's looking at a lot of time, and from what I'm hearing, people said that he might be either ill.
Right.
He might be slightly ill. So, I don't know if, a guy like him, I don't know if he wants to go to jail for 20, 30 years.
Yeah,
if he can do that time and not be out to be free,
Yeah, that's a life sentence for him.
Right, because certain people at a certain age, you don't want to go to jail for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, he's 60 years old.
And you're 60 years old, your whole life is over pretty much by then.
Right. Do you find it funny how this whole comes around after 20 years later, 360, how all these guys are karma's coming back?
You know what it is? It's true. Karma does come around when you go out and do a lot of things. It's a shame, but things do have a habit of coming back when you're doing bad things. So, I'm not surprised.
Will the diddler get done? That's the question of the day. Get them likes up, man. All right, let's get back to Luke, because Luke is about to drop the fucking bomb. And I think that what he was saying about the Trump situation, honestly, let's keep it real. He said that they did a whole press conference before they did the whole Trump shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, they knocked this whole fucking bridge down, man. This is crazy, man. I mean, I know this doesn't got nothing to do with Diddy, but let's pray for those people in Baltimore, man. Look at that bridge, man.
Superstructure begins.
In case y'all don't know what's going on, that barge ran into the bridge the other day, and they still looking for like 6 to 7 people that was on that bridge when it crashed.
That's where
That's
it's
how it looks
literally in the water. There's a portion of the roadway that's actually on the bow of the container ship, and then as we take and work to our right here, where you're going to be able to see the rest of the bridge is just underwater. Now, they have emergency crews here, and you were talking about a UAV. Yes, they had a vehicle that is remotely controlled that can go underwater to check for survivors, check for vehicles without putting divers in harm. That has been here. I think they just now pulled that out of the water, but it's still a very methodical search. You have the United States Coast Guard. You have the Maryland State Police with their helicopter unit. You have Baltimore County Police, their helicopter unit. You have the Raven, which is the Army National Guard, that is here as well, conducting rescue operations. I see about maybe
look at that bridge. Some people saying, how did that bridge just fall like that? And y'all might not get the real spectrum of that bridge, but that bridge is longer than 2 miles long. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit to happen. You know what I mean? Like for it to run right into the bridge. When it was, they said the power went out or some shit like that. They said they had 5 minutes to warn the people on the bridge. God bless the people that died in that. You know what I'm saying? I think even the officer died in that.
That have heavy cranes on those barges to take and assist with removal of this debris. But it is a very, very large debris field here. And you can see, as we said before, you can see the whole bow of the boat. There's a portion of the roadway actually on top of this container ship here. Now, we've watched the Coast Guard come by with their ship. They're working around 300 feet above the ground here, searching for possible victims. They have the raid ship that's working.
Wow.
Like you said, Baltimore County Police helicopter.
I don't think so, Mr. Zeno. I don't think so, because I looked into it, man, and I sincerely doubt that's what the fuck is going on. Nah, this is what right here was an act of God, you know what I'm saying? In the regard that the engine went out. The fucking engine went out and they didn't have no power and it crashed into the bridge. I mean, but it was perfectly aimed at the I don't know. I have no clue. I just don't see the bigger deal, because you got to think that port is not one of the bigger ports. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a small port, and it doesn't really stop anything as far as American commerce. It does stop things in Maryland a little bit, but in the bigger scheme of things, it don't do shit. All right. Backstage, Graham Fishburne backstage. Here's the link. If y'all want to join the stream yard, you got something to say about this shit, pull up. You know what I mean? You got Graham right there. Salute, Graham.
Salute.
All right, let me play some more of this real quick.
He trying to keep it job. Hey, guy, calm down. And then you go walk around like it's all about you. You got all the cars and the mansions and the jets, and all the yachts and all this and all the people running around you talking about yeah, and now you want to fight. Now you want to bite the hand that feeds you. Don't your mom ever say that? Never bite the hand that feeds you. And so this is how the major corporations work when you try to come after them. Now you put a lawsuit in. Bam, lawsuit. Fuck that shit. I'm suing their ass. I'm take their company down. Fuck that shit. They taking my brand.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
And my name and likeness, and they making millions of dollars. I want out of this contract. And now, mind you, these people on the stock market, they stock go down 5%. That just cost them some billions. So they're looking at this motherfucker to the shareholders. This motherfucker is affecting our stock. They gotta hold on. You just fucked up some billions of dollars. These are major corporations that are on the stock market that you can affect their stock and cost them in one day billions of dollars by having their stock drop because your sneakers, you telling people you don't want them selling your sneakers, or you don't want them they stealing money from you, ain't paying you off the liquor. Them people like, hold the fuck on. Okay, get the lawsuit. Now, when you get the lawsuit, you got to go to the judge, state judge. They definitely own the state judge because they're going to buy up the number one law firm who put the most money into the state judge, into the local judge campaign to make him the local judge. Big bank take little bank. It goes back to CeeLo. The federal judge, they're going to then find out what senator and congressman that called the president to say, I need an appointment for my federal judge, because how do you get an appointment for a federal judge is because I'm a major donor. And hey, man, I got a friend of mine that's a judge, man, on the circuit level. Man, I would love for him to be a federal judge, and I'm going to max out in your campaign. Matter of fact, I'm going to generate a couple $100,000 or $1 million to put in your campaign. You win the seat. You then call up the president. President then say, hey, look here, man, nominate this motherfucker right here. So now you got a fucking judge in here. You got the state judge. So then now you black man who don't own these people company, you want to talk all your cash money shit.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
And you want to go after these people, what ends up happening? They start the smear campaign because they down.
Ain't that exactly what happens next?
With the media. They got to smear you before you of your peers. They go, okay, we can't settle with this dude. We'll have no voice of reason. He want to act crazy.
No fact.
Now we're going to go after you. Now
Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Oh man, everybody crazy, nigga. They either gonna make you crazy or take your money. See, let me explain something. Cat Williams took the blueprint from Martin and Dave Chappelle and fell the fuck back and reinvented itself. You know what I'm saying? Diddy just keep going, keep going, keep going.
We're gonna call it by same.
Matt,
hey,
pause up for 1 second, please.
Saga, salute.
Matt, what I see here is an old black, one of the original old black perverts disrespecting the younger black pervert, and he's trying to get back on. That's what I see right here, because Luke was Diddy before. Luke was Diddy before Diddy was Diddy. Luke was already that known for all the provocative sexual stuff. So that's all I see here is Luke throwing Diddy under the bus for whatever his game could be.
Apples and oranges. Luke wasn't being accused. See, all the women, you know what I mean? Luke wasn't being sued by the girls that, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to jump on deck with Luke and them. You feel me? Like, it's a whole different ballgame.
Luke was before the Me Too movement, brother. But I hear you. Go ahead. It's your show.
Luke wasn't getting these charges lodged against him. If anything, bitches were throwing their panties at Luke and them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're saying that Diddy was beating bitches up half to death and fucking treating the men very good.
I hear you. Look, I know Jiggy G, one of Luke's artists. I see what's going on here, and I don't dig it. Luke, that's some sucker
You
shit
saying,
you're doing.
what you saying is,
Diddy's not innocent. I don't think he's innocent, but this is some sucker shit you're doing. But this is what blacks do to blacks. All right, let me put up.
Look. That's what I'm saying, right? There's nothing that Luke said that throws Diddy under the bus. If you listen to what he's been saying, what he's saying is that it's kind of unfair. You know what I mean? He's not saying that fuck Diddy. He's saying that if he is wrong, then he get what he deserves. Let me finish playing this.
Issue search warrant, man. I need you to drag this motherfucker. In the hood, that's what we call. I want you to drag his ass. I want you to have all kind of allegations. So by the time he come in this courtroom, he gonna wish he know we're gonna take every fucking dime you got. Cause we made you. You didn't make us. God damn it. You fuck with my stock. You fuck with my money. You fuck with me. I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna break your ass down to the lowest term. That's how this shit go, boss. So when you fuck with them people that put that bread in your pocket that made you, they're gonna take you down to the lowest terms. Sound like the movie Scarface. Bingo.
Grant, what I'm asking you is, what part of that make you feel like that he getting thrown under the bus? You don't think that what he's saying is 100?
Not at all.
Why?
The reason I say this is he picked the perfect time to speak out against Diddy. If Luke really cared for Diddy's well-being, he would have, once he's an older man, once he saw Diddy slipping, he would have reached out to him, and maybe he did, but he didn't do it publicly. He would have reached out to him, but at least did it publicly, so we know he's already reaching out. But now that Diddy's on the run, it's like, let me see how I could get lit again. That's how I see it. Let me see how I can get lit again.
The feds can't find Diddy right now. You think Luke can get in contact with him? That nigga Diddy got the red phone, the blue phone, the black phone. Pass me the green phone. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I don't think he's throwing them under the bus.
Yo. That's how they do.
Get the lights up.
So you go, they done smeared your name. By the time you get in the courtroom, you lost already because you're sitting up there with a jury looking at you like you're a fucking pedophile and you probably ain't never touched a little girl in your life.
Thank you. How are you throwing them up under the bus? Share this video. Share this video. Get the likes up, man. We got 300 motherfuckers up in here. Let's get at least 200 likes. Go to the top right, hit them 3 dots, and press the like button. That's Grand Fishburne. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop the elevator down. Anybody want to hit this stage and you want to debate with Mac Mean? Let's go. All right?
And you're trying to sue this major corporation, this major respectable corporation, and they're going to say how many people they employ, how many people, and half the people on the jury drink their shit. Half of the people on the jury, children walking around with their paraphernalia on. You get ready to sue them, and they'd have made you through the media. They'd have made you a crazy man, and they'd have made you a goddamn.
Hey, Grand Fishburne, can you please throw your channel out there in the chat so we can highlight that? Thank you.
Pedophile. They'd have made you everything that you're not.
So how's he throwing them up under the bus?
I'm giving y'all some good shit today. Never bite the hand that feeds you. So now when you walk up in that room,
never bite.
And you make the deal, you cut the deal with the devil. And then you got one motherfucker, he want to talk about everybody else who's still in the room. You know, that's why I be sitting there looking at that shit. I'm like, he telling on everybody. You know, because you in the room, you know this motherfucker run this motherfucker, that motherfucker run that motherfucker, that, you know. Now you really went rogue. So then now when you tell a dude, hey man, I need a feature. Hold on, no feature with you, boss. No, you fucking what? Feature? Hold on, sample? No, bro, you can't even sample my shit. I don't want no. That's how this thing go. I'm giving y'all some good shit. They go like, oh no. I know I can't clear the track. I don't want that. I don't want that heat. I don't want that heat. Because the game is, and that's what you guys need to do. When you get it, I'm gonna tell you, some of y'all on your release broadcast, you got to get involved in the political process. Because one call to one
vote or die. Remember that? Whatever happened to vote or die with Diddy? Vote or die, nigga.
senator that I made a donation to can get your fucking house raided. One call to one senator can get you.
I said, this is some bullshit. You got to, like, do something else with the curse words. Abbreviate the shit or something. But I understand what you're saying. Y'all accountable for what y'all do. Diddy gonna be accountable too.
I'm not even talking about R. Kelly. So we ain't even getting ready.
All right, Mikey B. We just chatting right now. I actually got a video going on my regular channel right now. It's premiered from yesterday.
Do that. We're not gonna mix R. Kelly with.
R. Kelly, of course. I mean, R. Kelly name is gonna come right up in these type of conversations all the time. No matter how much you try to duck it, R. Kelly name is jumping all up in these conversations. Trust the kid. Hold on, Super Cat. Nigga said free Diddy. Man, you gotta catch a Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta catch a diddler to free a diddler. You did it. You dig me? Free R. Kelly. David Lee cried. Free R. Kelly.
Here. Asking me about who killed Biggie. I don't know who killed Biggie. Biggie is my good friend. But I'm just putting y'all, don't try to get the conversation off to that. I'm trying to put y'all up on some game. That's why when you see these politicians and you go to the judge, that's why y'all see people get off and y'all be like, man, he did the same crime my homeboy did. Well, your homeboy ain't got no fucking money. And the kid who did the same did, his daddy got some money. And his daddy gonna hire the number one law firm. And the law firm that he had, his daddy hired is a law firm who's affiliated with the judge, who's good friends with the judge, who go to the judge's house. And then when they go into the fucking hearing, the judge then say, I want to disclose something that I do go to attorney Bob Swinger's house for Christmas every year. Him and my wife celebrate. So if you guys want to recuse me, or if you want to file a motion to change a venue or change a judge, and then the prosecutor say, no, because the prosecutor one day wants to be sitting on the side of the defender. And the public defender, same thing. He ain't trying to be getting no fucking $30,000 a year as a prosecutor and a public defender. So he inspired to do what? Work at the major law firm to then get the big bucks. That's how that shit works. So the shit is all rigged before you get in there. So that's why the guy who got money can get off. And the guy who don't have the money got to be like, and they're going to put the guy who don't have no money in jail because they got to meet their quota of putting people in jail for the same crime. I'm trying to tell you. I know, yes, the truth hurt, 305. I'm giving y'all how that shit really go. That's why they came after my black ass. It was like, hey, man, yes, did I spend millions of dollars in defending myself? Yes, did they smear my name? Yes, did I get blackballed? That's why I love doing all these stories right now. That's why people be amazed. Oh, man, this dude got Freaknik. He the executive producer. That Freaknik is a part of my life story. So we came in the room and said, we're going to do Freaknik. Amongst the other stories, we got a whole board full of stories that they did not tell about me because why? I wasn't in the room with them. I didn't go in that room with them people. I had the opportunity to go in the room. I had the opportunity to sell my soul to the devil So they never publicized my accomplishments. They never told y'all I created the parental advisory sticker. They never told y'all my records got banned. They took my shit off the shelf. They were trying to drain me. Did they take a lot of my life savings? Yes, they did. They were trying to drain me. There was, I guess, 2 different ways to take a motherfucker down. We could take you down by tying you up in court. Tying you up in court. We could take you down by draining you, by going to court and taking you and trying to suck you, drain you dry. They could take you down by planting people in your organization. You feel me? But then you got to be able to know where you came from. You got to be strong mentally.
That sound like real good game that you would give to somebody that you care about. That don't sound like he's throwing a nigga under the bus, Graham. My bad. I had to go in the kitchen for a second. You know what I'm saying? But that don't sound nothing like he throwing them up under the bus.
You got to be strong mentally, and then they drain you by not giving you your just due.
Then you got 331 people up in the building. Let's get the likes up, man. Right now, get them shits past 200. Go to the top right now.
Smash that like button. Share this live, y'all. Share this live. Yo, Mac, I'm not here to argue with you, my brother. I support you, brother. You know what I mean? I'm not going to agree with everything. That's
about me. I don't think you're saying nothing about me. I'm just trying to make it clear. I want to make sure that we listening to the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he never gave me my just due. That's why I was sitting there and used to be mad, but then I was like, hold on. You know what? That's a good thing. They never told my history of being the first in the South to start.
Let's stop right now, man. I'd rather 200 people up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Let's stop this for a second. Let's get them likes up, man. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers are stealing right now. We on YouTube. Hello? I'd rather the likes match the you know what I'm saying, the people that's in there. There's 22 likes. I'd rather 22 people be in, you know what I'm saying, and 200 of these motherfuckers get lost. You feel me? Because we over here, we go down the rabbit hole. We put the pieces together. While everybody else give y'all bits and pieces, we try to show y'all exactly what the fuck is going on. All right? So we're going to need y'all to get them likes up, man. Get them all the way up. Let's get them up. I'll give y'all time. I'll give y'all a couple of minutes to get the likes up. Let's go. This is the like show, okay? This is the like show. I'm not asking for nothing else. Any trolls say that they don't like what we talk about, send them to YouTube hell. Okay? All right, get them up. Y'all here watching. I ain't tell y'all to give me no money, but if you want to, put it in my pocket. Cash App, $ Mac Mean, MACMEAN. But I value the likes more. Keep your money and give me the likes. No diddly. All right, check it out. Now, they were worried about Diddy and saying, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, this outfit. We'll get into that later.
Pop, they made me out of the booty shaking man. I'm always.
I mean, people get the fuck up out of here, swipe up. A couple more, y'all get the fuck out of here too. How about that? Yeah, there you go. We'll get the people up in here. They'll come back. Trust me, I'll tell you. I know the algorithm. Get them up. Somebody with a blue wrench, let me know when it's good to press play. Just set press play. Thank you, Ian. Been fighting and diddling for too long. Fiddling and diddling. Yeah, man. They about to kick them off the roof, bro.
Always a member of the Two Live crew. They never described me as the executive that I am to be the first to do all these first things for Southern hip hop. They never did that. That's why they can't even tell the fucking story of Southern hip hop.
Another fact.
They even try to crown Master P as being the first in this and all that. And Master P, when they interviewed him, he said, "No, Luke. How do you be talking about that nigga inspired me?" And when you talk to Jay-Z, you listen to his interviews. What inspired? Man, hold on, man. That dude Luke is the Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson of our business because he was getting different kind of money. Everybody was happy to get a deal. He taught us how to do what? Own our own masters and shit, our own publishing. and own our own record companies. Before this dude, ain't nobody inspired to do that. So they would never tell me the story, because then they would have to put me on the Mount Rushmore of executives, not some fucking rapper. They would have to tell you the story, man. This dude here got sued by George Lucas. George Lucas. How they were trying to drain me. We're going to drain this motherfucker. We can't put him in jail because he filmed everything. We're going to drain his ass. We're going to drag him in the courthouse, make him spend a whole bunch of money. But then, mind you, I was spending money. What's up, Nicole? Dinner, Nicole.
Yo, Mac, you mind pausing it real quick?
That's the whole play. So people, you have to understand how this shit works. So I wouldn't stand at all. I go to the Supreme Court. I didn't have to go to the Supreme Court. Fight for free speech, parity. I'm fighting the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. Because I know me. I was born and raised in Liberty City, Miami. Born at a hospital where black people had to be off the beach.
I mean, Diddy better be listening to these jewels right now.
At 6 o'clock.
I got a good point to make, Mac, if you pause it real quick. I don't want to talk over Lou.
Give me 1 second. I'm about to run downstairs, come back up. As soon as I come back up, I'll give you the floor.
I was supposed to be either in the jailhouse or dead. I grew up in an era where they put shit on your record because they locked up everybody and then gave you a criminal record trying to take your voting rights away from you, but more so take your ability to get a good job at a state or federal level, because you have now a gun charge where they just charge 8 people with 1 gun. So as a black man in the times that I grew up, and even right now, you're designed to be nothing. You're designed to go to jail. I'll be dead. The educational system is trash. So you got to have a strong family. You got to have a strong mama and strong daddy, which I had. Unfortunately, I have 5 brothers. I'm the 5th one. 4 of them, 2 physics majors, 2 physics majors made who's who. Another one, an astronaut, and the other one, a big-time executive chef, general manager, and then there's me, the baby. We all use our brains to then do what? To get the bag, because our mom and dad, they used their brain, they hustled. And they taught all of us how to hustle. So at the same time, but dad and uncle taught us about the struggle, Black history, while everybody else was bullshitting. We was getting that information on Black history to know how this shit goes in circles. That's why I thank God for my Uncle Ricky and my daddy. They taught us the history. And my mom, how a woman's supposed to be and carry herself and conduct herself, and how she's supposed to take care of the house and her man and her family. So I got all that to make me who the fuck I am today, which I have a clear understanding of how the system works when you become a powerful Black man. Because I couldn't look at cartoons and I couldn't look at all the wild shit that the kids would have to look at and everything. I had to read books. I had to read Black history books, which is shit that they're trying to take out of the damn schools in the state of Florida. I had to sit there and listen to the Rap Brown tapes and Malcolm X and Martin and all that. I had to understand Willie Lynchpin. So when they do come after me, I understand who I am as a Black man. And I urge all y'all to do that with your kids. No matter how sweet it look, or how many white friends they got, and how many, no, they need to know the history. Because there's going to be a time where it's going to be, okay, it's going to be a time for Black versus white. Because unfortunately, you know, hey, look, I don't have no beef with white people. White people are trying to protect their own, and they're trying to look out for their own, and they're trying to keep control. And that's how we supposed to act, govern ourselves the same way. We supposed to protect our own and support our own, but we don't do that enough. And so now when you get in these situations, this some tough shit. You need to know the political game. Right now, if I get out here right now and say, which I did, I ran for mayor. If I get out here right now and say, hey man, tomorrow I'm gonna run for Congress. I need everybody, y'all see them little letters and see the advertisement, send $5, send $10 to the campaign and all that. Whatever people who are sending, maxing out at $3,500, $1,000 or $500, whatever the max is that they could do, that is how they get the contracts. That is how they control their elected officials. Unfortunately, we don't. That is how, when you get that guy in as a senator or the congressman or the mayor or the commissioner, that is how you get things done, or the school board member. That's how you get shit done. Because if they put more money in your candidate's campaign, then they're going to control your area, and before you know it, your area going to get gentrified. Before you know it, that major corporation is going to have one of their senator boys call up one of these alphabet departments or call up some big time person in a big position and say, go raid this motherfucking house. And then they're going to have you, they're going to say, hey man, go, take this motherfucker down, go drag this dude. Or drag this guy. That's why you gotta know what you're doing when you're dealing with these people. And you can't. When you cut the deal with the devil, just understand you cut the deal with the devil. There's only so much you can do. If you're mad with him, the devil then ease your ass out and go find Jesus. You can't be calling the devil and all that. I'm just saying, you knew what you cut the deal with. You sat in the room with the other motherfuckers who cut the deal with the devil, and they sat up there and did all that wild shit. Now you all of a sudden you want to talk shit, and then you want to holler that you want to sue these people. You think these people ain't finna come get you? Shit. They can use all their resources that you're not doing. When you get billions, you're supposed to now dump plenty money into campaigns. So then when they call their senator, then you call your motherfucking senator. And say, my senator that I dumped a lot of money in his campaign, or my congressman, or my governor, or whatever the hell it is, I can tell y'all the story right now. Y'all wonder why North Carolina had and I'm gonna leave y'all on this shit, right? I'm gonna tell y'all some old gangster shit. North Carolina had a entertainment tax similar to what Georgia has. This is some gangster shit here. North Carolina had a tax. You know why Atlanta and Georgia's Black Hollywood is because they have a tax, a credit. You do business in Georgia, you hire Georgia people, which is great, by the way. You hire people from Georgia who live in Georgia, then we'll give you a tax credit.
Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to my man, Red, that just, to y'all 300 people, get them likes up, that just delivered me the best shit on this planet. All right, get them likes up. Let's go.
That's what they call it. So the more amount of people...
My bad. Let me get Graham up in here. Graham, you had something to say? My bad. You had some input, Graham? All right, Graham.
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me? Yeah, thanks for pulling me back up. Okay. I was just going to say that Uncle Luke, shout out to him.
You know, you're on the water, Graham. We can't really hear you that good.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can't really hear you that good, though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Shout out to Uncle Luke, first and foremost. Shout out to Jiggy G. All I was going to say is that Uncle Luke, he's a victim same as Puff, same as most of us that are black in America, we're all victims of the white man's, or at least the oppressor's, dictatorship, which is do what we say, not as we do. See, what Luke don't get is this, what Diddy don't get is this. They can do all the sexual stuff and all that, slap chicks on the booty and all that, and just it really nothing happens to them. But we can't do what we see them do, and they show us this all the time. Now, in this particular situation, Puff is only doing what he thought he could do. You know, the things that he did do, he thought he could do. He thought that he made it. But as long as you're black, they're never going to look at us as equal. And that's really all I got to say about that.
All right. You know?
Yeah.
To see, what are your thoughts and comments on this conversation down in the comment section below? But look, this is all I got for y'all today.
Cotton Kings, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Big salute.
I mean, y'all tell me how y'all feel about the Diddy situation. I don't like people piling on. You know, the man going through something. Everybody how they did in court. You know, he's going through some deep shit. And for people to be out there piling on the man, that's fucked up. You know, I don't wish that shit on nobody. It's obvious that he has some situations happening. And people are out there and he got to deal with it. But
do you think he care about his daughters? They got touched too. They Kim kids. Wow, that's hard.
Damn red flags go to coming up. Okay, it's time for me to go. You know, hey, look, I'm going with the white folks, with the sponsors and shit. And so again, the way they, you know, listen, man.
Again, that sponsor talk. Who are the sponsors? Once y'all start digging into it, you see who's giving fucking Diddy the money or who's protecting him. Then you know exactly what he's talking about.
I look at my...
It ain't the fucking boogeyman.
My man Diddy. I like Diddy. I know Diddy from when he was with Andre. Knows whole history, doing parties.
Now, didn't I just say Andre Harrell? If y'all don't know who Andre Harrell is, for y'all real hip-hop heads, go back to that movie Crush Groove. Crush, grooving, body moving. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Also, the nigga that ran Arista Records. Also, the nigga from Arista Records that molded Diddy into what he was. He the one that gave him Bad Boy Records. Let's stop playing. For Diddy to in turn take over Andre Harrell's position later on. So this is the nigga that put him on, and then he goes and take over his record label. Incredible.
Have a lot of bad things been around him? Yes. But he's really a good guy. From what I know, I don't know what people do in the dark. Mm-hmm. But I know him as the guy that I meet, the guy that I've talked to on several occasions. He's a genuinely good, respectable guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's really he's real sensitive also. He ain't the big tough guy.
Those that are abused go on to abuse? Question marks. Hell yeah. Look at Hassan Campbell. Think about Hassan Campbell. The fuck Hassan Campbell did. Hassan Campbell came out and said Africa Bambaataa, who some people say is the godfather of hip hop, said he died him, did all type of weird shit to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But then the same nigga that said that Africa Bambaataa did all that to him comes out and said that he wanted to jump down on somebody's kids. You know what I mean? Like he basically would take your son and stick heavy D, his words, not mine, and one of your kids. I think the victim turns victimizer. Yes, absolutely.
Name you some big tough guys in the industry. They tough guys, but they really ain't tough neither. You know,
that's how you feel about Puff. Copy. You're over here with a title that says something about Puff, so you come here to say F.
Half these dudes
but you welcome over here. You know what I'm saying? So you're not
claiming that they're tough. You know, them dudes, man. You know, and they done went to college and shit, got degrees and all that. They just walk around trying to act like somebody that they heard about in the hood. And Diddy is not.
You gotta respect him because he said F. He didn't say the whole word.
No tough guy. I remember doing a peep show.
Certain comments is gonna get you banned from this channel. Certain comments is just get you timed out. Don't get banned, because then you're never gonna see me when you want to hate on me. I want you still see me when you want to hate on me. So put them in timeout unless it's just vulgar. If it's vulgar, ban them from the channel.
And it was a guy that came in while y'all see the peep show where I was interviewing Jay-Z and the girls were sitting there. And that's
how's he making Miami look bad when he's speaking in favor of Diddy. He's not speaking against him. I don't understand why y'all think that this is Uncle Luke. What is your Uncle Luke gonna give you except for Uncle Luke advice? This all sounds like good game. This sounds like he's sending a message. This sounds like something that your real uncle would tell you. This don't sound like a nigga that got a campaign against Diddy. Come on.
Same shoot. It was a guy that came in and made some comments about Diddy, and Jay-Z told him, call up Big and say, Big, man, this dude's saying some wild shit. And I'm sitting there in amazement. And this dude's saying some wild shit about Puff. And then I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Said he went to school with him. And I'm like in amazement too. I'm interviewing Buddy. I don't know why the producers had me interview this dude. And so, you know, the Puff called me and said, man, please don't air that shit. And called up BET who owned the show and said, please don't air that shit. This man lying, this man. And so eventually we didn't air it. Somewhere in a can in a vault because, you know, dude had a bone to pick. You know, and that's how it used to be. You know, when we always looked out for each other. If somebody said some wild shit, or if somebody saw somebody doing some wild shit, then we would be like, yo, man, hey, man, won't y'all chill and shit like that?
They saying Diddy sold off his Revolt shares, y'all. This just happened 3 hours ago. Breakfast Club just put it out. I don't know how true it is, but we're going to take a look at it, man. It says Diddy sells off Revolt shares and his alleged drug mule arrested. Now, we seen the so-called drug mule earlier. I mean, we did. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's not my type of work. I don't like doing, you know what I mean? I like to talk about what they already talking about. I like to leave the police work up to the motherfucking police, respectfully. But not power, but not them 105. Not them. They jumping right into it. So we going to use the cuffs and all that. Foul. Major loss for the government. You know what I'm saying? That was really, really disrespectful. It shows how desperate they are, and how much evidence they really don't got. Because let me explain something. If they had a case on this nigga will be under the jail right now. They ain't got shit on him so far. Right now, this shit is a very expensive smear campaign based off the higher ups. Trust me when I tell you, if y'all not awake on that level, man, y'all need to get the fuck off this channel and log off life. If you can't see that this is a play about a big money play, all right? That was foul how they ran up in his crib and did all that, and then released tapes of what they did and showed how they flipped this nigga house like he was in B block in Attica. Come on. They ran up in there shoulder to shoulder with guns out, like I said, man, we got your black fix too. You know what I mean? But before we go any further, can you please tap that white woman?
That for him when they arrested him. I just thought that was just a lot.
Oh, hell yeah, white was right.
I'm not, here to compare anything. I'm not even gonna do the whataboutism.
Why the most light-skinned niggas? That's why I be having a problem with these light-skinned people. You know what I'm saying? Why is the most light-skinned individuals so black? You know, man, this nigga got this nigga got the Malcolm X heart with the fucking, Beatles face.
Yeah, I don't like any of this. Like, if this stuff is true, then as you can see, Diddy will.
Fifth Beatle to extra black, man. Calm the fuck down, nigga. Worry about money and worry about your ass being in hot water too. Because DJ Envy, your ass in the hot seat too. Yellow boy. We're gonna get to him
be
later.
held accountable. But to sit around and act like I enjoy hearing any of this.
Exactly, Hugh. Skinned it.
If he's found innocent or guilty, if he's found
Go. I don't want to hear shit, man. Y'all niggas is tripping out here, man. Y'all don't think, if y'all see what's going on. They said after you leave Diddy party, this is the commercial you look at.
Hemorrhoids. They burn, itch, swell, and hurt. And what do more doctors recommend to stop the hurting?
I'm goofy as fuck.
No, not that one. This one. More doctors recommend Anusol to soothe, relieve, and comfort than all other brands.
Hit the fucking like button for a real one. Y'all tripping if y'all know what channel y'all on. We on the Diddy channel, baby. Diddly do or diddly don't. Who knows? I know that nigga got a long ass bag, and if y'all think that Tupac alive, Diddy got more money than him, nigga. Diddy got more money than fucking Tupac, nigga. Diddy probably got more money than Trump. But who the fuck is this? This is y'all man? I know this has nothing to do with the show. But that's just how I do. And if you're not subscribed to my other channel, go over there and subscribe. It's Mac Mean True Story. But let's get back to this nigga real quick before I go back into whatever the fuck else rabbit hole I was in. This nigga right here is the nigga, is the snugger that Tekashi 6ix9ine said would rap. This nigga bit the cheese. That's Young Gunna. Right there with those articles of clothing. I don't know what the fuck to call that. And all that. Yeah, it's nasty out here.
found innocent.
What's up, man? Get them fucking likes. I already told y'all I don't want to hear nothing else, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the like show. Y'all might have looked at the joint. It says Mac Mean, TSTV, something like that. But nah, this is really just the like show. This is, you come here and get 5 minutes of some hot shit, and you go hit the like button and move on with your day. I need y'all to get the fuck out my face. You understand me? No Diddy. No doubt.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women.
All right, let me stop fucking with y'all, man. Let's get to it.
You can't like ignore.
I mean that we talk about all this victim shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right to it. Let's just break the door open all the way in. I need y'all to get them carrots and them rabbits. Carrots and rabbits in the chat because we about to go down the wormhole. We about to go down the rabbit hole. Excuse me. This is why he hate Tasha K right here. I'm gonna show y'all something, man. Let me give y'all the entertainment that y'all seeking, the smut. Let's get there. Let's get there. I wonder if Zadie's still here because this is the part where it just gets funky.
Because I don't have a vendetta against Charlamagne. We've never done business. He's never been disrespectful or anything towards me. He's always provided a very neutral perspective to the things that have always been going on with me or stories that he's reported. So me personally, I don't know him. However, you're not lying about this.
Ariel, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I got this girl real drunk, and
that sentence sounds a little fishy. I got her drunk.
I didn't just
said Charlamagne the God. Look at the title at the top.
get her drunk. I remember
See, I just run into this shit. I don't make these fucking stories up.
I went to the sex store and got Spanish Fly.
Rabbits, let's go. It's about to get funky.
So you raped her.
Shut up. Spanish Fly. They sell it in the sex store. I'm telling the truth. They sell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking.
They sell knives at the store too. You could put
to what this nigga saying very, very carefully. I know I talk a lot. But this nigga's talking a lot too.
You're not lying about this.
Ariel, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I got this girl real drunk, and
that sentence sounds a little fishy. I got her drunk.
I didn't just get her drunk. I remember going. I went to the sex store and got Spanish fly.
Oh, so you raped her?
Shut up. Spanish fly. They sell it in the sex store. I'm telling the truth.
But listen, Spanish fly is a date rape drug. Let's not get twisted.
They spell it in the Spanish store. I had to fucking.
They sell knives at the store too. You could put that to a girl's throat and have sex with it. That doesn't mean it's illegal.
So I put the Spanish fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this
who the fuck does shit like that?
Really work, but I felt like I got home.
Who the fuck drinks E&J? You know what I'm saying?
Funny as a motherfucker too. Right? So
get them carrots in the chat.
So she was drunk as shit, and
he's loving this. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you sat down with your homeboy and told him how you put some shit in the bitch E&J? Come on, let's play.
They sell knives at the store too. You could put that to a girl's throat and have sex with it. That doesn't mean it's illegal.
So I put the Spanish fly in the E&J. We drinking the E&J and shit. So in my mind, I don't know if this shit really worked, but I felt like I got horny as a motherfucker too.
But there's something wrong with me.
Right. So she was drunk as shit.
There's something wrong with y'all allowing me to play this shit.
And we had sex and shit, and like a lot of my boys was trying to come in the room and fuck her. I'm like, nah, chill, like I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna let you in the train. That's rape.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's just one-on-one, it ain't rape.
Yeah. So the next
trains are rape.
So the next morning she wakes up. And
her waking up the next morning is bad, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about it. And she's like, what happened? Like, we had sex. She said, okay, well, I'm glad it was you. Then a couple days later,
nigga. A couple days later, what happened, Charlamagne? Tell us.
Later, she's like, yo, are you sure I only had sex with you? Because one of my stupid ass cousins was going around saying he fucked her, which he didn't. I know for a fact.
Yeah, he laughing about this shit.
He looked at her naked, but he didn't fuck her, right? So I'm telling her,
nigga's slapping his knee right now.
No, me and you just had sex. Nobody else did nothing. So it just was weird that she was like, well, I'm just glad it was you. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm like, yo, you could have been in a real bad situation if it was another motherfucker there.
Compliment, man. A girl just said, yo.
You hear this enabler? I mean, this is what they call that show where the niggas be on drugs, intervention. This show enabler.
At least you raped me.
I didn't rape her. I did not rape her.
Hey, if it was any of your cousins or friends who have been raped, but
I didn't rape her because me and her had.
My nigga, you just described a textbook rape, stupid.
Every intention of having sex with each other.
So then why would you put the Spanish fly?
How would you let niggas walk in the room and see her ass naked?
I'm still a freaky motherfucker, but listen,
was she passed out while you fucked her?
Me and Malika were alone for a while until the EMS got there. Like we were.
This is bad when a woman come out and tell you with makeup on her face that it was you, nigga.
By ourselves, it was just dark, and then
no woman has ever come out and said it was me. They said they wish it was me. It hit different. Damn. I didn't expect that. Now I know some women that will produce some fake ass tears at a drop of a dime. But these tears is real as a motherfucker, my nigga. If you don't know that these tears is real, then you don't know women. You don't know people. Damn, Tasha K. Jesus. What the fuck she been eating?
I remember.
What's happening, Briley? We just out here just beating the fuck out of these weirdos and you know what I'm saying, predators.
Sitting on the curb just crying, and I was holding on to Malika, and I said, Malika, I love you, and she said, I love you too, and
That part, King James, it gets worse. I told you, we in a rabbit hole. We in a rabbit hole. I want y'all to hit the like right now. You know what I'm saying? And share this video because this one is even more fucked up. He's talking to Academics when Academics was the young boy. Poetic Flacco, ironically, is the one that dropped this. Look at this shit.
Fame with like either groupies or I don't do that shit. I'm scared of that kind of shit. I done had a rape charge before.
Title is called Charlamagne the God Tells All About the Night of the R-Word Allegations by Jessica Reed.
For real? Hell yeah, I'm scared of that kind of shit.
Slow Briley.
I don't even play them.
Yeah,
like a charge. How you beat that? Because I didn't do it. It was a criminal sexual conduct with a minor charge.
That means you would have to like register for the
I was.
right?
It was the year 2000, 2001. I think I was like 20. I was 20 years old.
Yeah, I know it says something about Diddy, but anybody could get it around here, man. Hit the like button.
So my cousin had just graduated from high school, and he had got a.
Everybody share this video with one person. We're gonna get more than 300 people in it. You share the video and hit the like. We tell you to hit the like so they can send this shit out to more people, so we can expose these fools in front of a bigger audience. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? All right. Now, if you ever hear me call you a puto, that's a term of endearment. All right, let's go.
A scholarship to Penn State University, and I had a party, and I had all of these chicks at a party. Like I was doing overnights I was working at D93 then, so I had all these chicks there that I met through radio, and chicks that my dude had known. So I used to always see this chick with my dude. So I bought, I invited her to the party. So she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes. I'm asking them, did they mess with the chick, after the fact, after she pressed charges? And they was like, no. But they was like, yo, she's bugging. I remember the night of, they was like, yo, she's in here bugging out. She's kicking over the TV and she's trying to set shit on fire. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, if you know shit like that, why is you trying to fuck with a girl that's doing all that? So it's either that she's knocked out sleeping or she's kicking shit over, my nigga. Those are two completely different emotions. You feel me? You know what I mean? On one end, you're saying the bitch is wilding out and she's just slamming shit around and they think that she's crazy. In that case, you're getting rid of a crazy bitch, especially when she hot like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to invite the bitch in and then, you know what I'm saying, let all your men smash and think that she ain't going to come up with a charge, bro. And she was underage. The wild shit. I don't get it.
Fuck, because I had left. So the next morning, I'm hearing she said she got raped. She got raped. So I go to the hood to ask what happened. They like, yeah, my cousin who had got the scholarship, yeah, he's in jail now. What you mean he's in jail? He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the jailhouse, talk to the detective myself. No, it ain't no one for me. I just told the detective, like, hey, look, I take full responsibility for anything that happened in the house last night.
Oh God. You ain't just fucking volunteer yourself to no fucking police, nigga. None of us is volunteering ourselves to police. They called you and said, bring your ass down here before we come and put them iron bracelets on you, buddy.
He's in jail. He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the jailhouse.
You know what? This is a lot of information, but I like to talk about these type of things. Lady Calderon says, I went to high school with Charlamagne. He got the stretchiest booty hole. And you know what? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You will have to go to the P. Diddy channel if you seek those sort of enjoyments. But over here, no, that's crazy what you saying.
Talk to the detective myself.
I like your troll though.
So, no, it ain't no one for me. I just told the detective, like, hey, look, I take full responsibility for anything that happened in the house last night.
You gonna take the case?
No, but I told her, I said, as far as I know, because I asked around, did anybody fuck up? I'm like, yo, nobody got raped. Yada yada yada. They didn't even have my cousin in custody. My other cousins was fucking with me because they was mad they didn't get invited to the party. Hating ass motherfuckers.
So why would they come up with a fucking allegation that you raped the bitch and the bitch really go to knock it off?
So my cousin wasn't even in custody. So I went down to the jailhouse for nothing. So I'm like, I take full responsibility for everything. I bought the alcohol. They was like, well, you're not even of age to buy alcohol. And I'm like, well,
I don't understand that language of where the fuck you came from, but I personally shot you. I'm just letting you know, whoever the fuck you is.
You get it? Well, I got a crackhead to get it for me. You know, whatever.
They went down there copping out pleas.
Yeah, they had to do shit.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks later, they come and arrest me for criminal sexual conduct with a minor. So I had to get blood and hair follicles.
Oh, come on, they ain't never asked me for blood and hair follicles. For no kit.
Oh, if you going down there to initially explain it?
They ain't had nobody else.
Yo, put them carrot emojis in the chat because it's gonna get worse right now. Watch the next thing on my fools.
Being that I went down there and took full responsibility, lock him up.
Did it get through? You got indicted on it and everything, or
now I went to court. Went to court and they reduced the charges to like contributing to the delinquency of a minor because I had to give.
Well, you got indicted then, nigga. If they reduce the charges, that means that, yo, bro. Let me just tell y'all how it goes. You go to arraignment. When the police first lock you up, they lock you up with some generic charges, which you call arraignment. And then when they decide to move forward with something, that's when you call it indictment. That means that they got something on your ass. All right, that's all it means, brother. This is smoke and mirrors.
Lock him up. Did it get through? You got indicted on it and everything, or
now with the I went to court. Went to court and they reduced the charges to like contributing to the delinquency of a minor because I had to give blood and all DNA.
Yeah, you gave blood up. You was indicted, nigga. And if you ever been in jail around me or anybody that know me or people that's like me, you would have had a hard fucking time in jail. It's just that simple.
Samples and it wasn't me. Whoever touched it wasn't me.
So you didn't get no jail time over that?
Nah, I got like probation, like 4 or 5 months probation or something like that.
Look how that shit changed. He said, "Nah, I ain't do nothing with her." You said in the other video you did do something with her. Stupid. This nigga story changed so many. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. In the other story that we just showed y'all, this nigga admitted to what the fuck he did. And then on this one, he tells academics, "Nah, I ain't do shit. I ain't get indicted and none of that." All that shit was lies. Then he looked at his fucking phone. Watch my nigga Cat though. Watch my nigga Cat.
Man.
Something like
that's so. I mean,
that's the reason I don't play those games with females. I don't play games like that. Like if I'm kicking it with you, I'm kicking it with you. I'm not bringing.
Unless you do play those games, nigga. You invented those games. You freaky ass nigga. You bitch ass nigga. You ran for them motherfuckers in front of that radio station. Ran up in that girl, try to act like you ain't have nothing to do with it. You nasty son of a bitch. Yeah, we're gonna beat you demons up today, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, my nigga Cat Williams, let me explain something. From the beginning. Oh, okay, because we did have the comedians acting all type of foolish out here, you know what I'm saying? Salute to my nigga Corey Holcomb and the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? But when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, that shit led a shitstorm. They talking about Cassie.
For Comedy Hype News, I'm John Hopper.
Go back. All right. Let's take a look at this real quick. It's 2 minutes.
Ever since federal agents raided Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles, following an investigation of alleged sexual abuse, sex trafficking, and more, Cat Williams' comments during his Club Shay Shay interview would resurface, where he would mention the music mogul's name when predicting about all the lies.
They just dropped this an hour ago. Cat just said some shit.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Now, as the clip resurfaced and new information regarding the raids on the homes of Sean Diddy Combs were released, Cat Williams would share a clip on his Instagram story, which featured Diddy in an old clip on Nickelodeon show, All That. In the sketch, 2 young children are trying to wake up one of their friends who's asleep. The kids go to Diddy for advice on how to wake their friend up, and Diddy advises them to put a toy helicopter down the boy's pants and even supplies them with a toy helicopter and remote. The caption on the clip read,
"Let me just tell you something. But not for nothing, it's about to get snasty around here. Because when Funk Master Flex got at Charlemagne the God, my nigga, he shut the fucking city down. Dead ass. Pay attention. Get the likes up."
I'm going to get back to that in a second, New York. What's going on? So, over the past week, or a couple days, I should say, Kwame Brown, right? Kwame Brown and a a radio personality has been having, you know, some exchanges. So, I believe Kwame Brown is a former NBA player, and I don't know how him and the radio personality. I don't even know how that exchange.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right back to Cat.
Started to happen, but I know there was a lot of tension with Kwame Brown all week. He was being very opinionated, and some
he about to eat to this nigga. Hold on, let me
situation today, because any radio personality that has a strong opinion is going to receive hate. Did a while back, and I believe I want to get this right. I believe it was for Jessica Reed's mom, and her name is Josh. And I didn't think it was something I just wanted to just blurt out my opinion. I'm going to play the audio in a little while, and you guys decide. And you can let people know and situate them. I'm going to play some audio. I'm going to come back with the audio from Jessica Reed. And then we'll see, you know, we'll give our opinions. So.
Hold on, let me get
friend.
All right.
Let her testify. And because of that, today we are finding out that Mr. is going to get away with what he did to my daughter, Jessica, and this family. For all these years, we've been suffering, going through pain. And
right to flex what he says, man.
Because
it's a bigger charge. You plead out to a lesser case. You're young. I get it. The part I'm going to share with you, New York, because I'm going to tell you something. I really don't need to say your name, because I'm going to tell you why. I don't care if everyone knows. I want you to know. Where this goes left.
You can't say it's a stand video.
Is you continuously, let me turn the music down.
Okay.
This goes left because you continuously stand on that podcast and stand every time you get to try to normalize. You try to normalize it every chance that you get, that it's okay.
That's the part.
To put pills in a woman's drink. You talk about it all the time, that it's okay, or it happens, or because you're young, to put drugs in a woman's drink and have sex with her while she's incoherent. You talk about it all the time. That's what makes you a nasty creep. Not because of the situation you had. Because I'm going to tell you something. I wasn't.
Want all of them out the way, man. Get them likes up, man. Put them carrots in the chat, man. We going down a rabbit hole.
There, and I don't know what happened. But every chance you get,
you want to put pills in everybody's drink.
You know, New York, this guy stood on a podcast and he talked about spring break and meeting a young lady, putting something in her drink, and then having sex with her when she was incoherent, laughing about it.
Nasty.
That's the, you know, bruh. Nobody wants you to get fired or to lose your situation. Nobody's like, man, the fact that you try to normalize that's okay, that's good, like it's things that men do. That's not what men do. That's what you do. You do it.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you the most terrible thing about you, bruh. Because I watch you on that podcast.
Talk that nigga.
And you sit next to a guy. That guy you sit next to on your podcast doesn't care about our culture. He doesn't care about your culture. But you sit there and you laugh with him about raping women.
There you go.
You.
Talk that nigga.
You think it's funny. You know what else is funny, my brother? Because I'm staying on my stone today of where I'm at. And I'm going to tell you where I'm at. I am not at what you did 20 years ago. I'm at what you did in the last couple years and how you talk about it and how you say about it. You piece of, you tweeted that R. Kelly, that sex video was one of the greatest celebrity videos you've ever watched. That video was with a 14-year-old. But you thought it was a great video. You tell on yourself constantly you're a weirdo. I don't care if nobody else checks you. I'ma check you. You're nasty and you're a weirdo. And you always want to talk on a podcast about taking advantage of women when they're unconscious. What type of dude are you? Why is that cool to you? Why is that cool as you stand next to that clown?
This was a while back, bro.
Guy that doesn't care about our culture and continuously talk about race.
Get them likes up, y'all. Go to the top of your screen. Them 3 dots at the top right. That's where the like button is at, man. This nigga is reading this nigga his rights. No cuffs.
God, cool to you. Why is that cool as you stand next to that clown? That guy that doesn't care about our culture and continuously talk about raping women.
Right.
You always use the word rape, how you raped your wife. You love to use that word, bro. You get mad at Kwame Brown for using it. You use it. You use the word. You don't think it's funny, my brother? I don't care about saying your name. Let me tell you something. I don't care about cease and desist. You know why? You want to send out cease and desist to people because you want the clarification of what you did said properly.
No lies detected.
The fact that you don't see that's bananas, I'm not sure if it's the people around you or if you want to continue. Maybe you want to continue being who you are. For some reason, your name is being said with a 15-year-old. I'm not sure why that's happening. You refer to.
I don't see nothing wrong with what Flex is saying to the nigga. I don't see, and some people always, they come and they say, well, Flex is hating on him, or Flex is holding a grudge on him for 20 motherfucking years. How about Flex got the platform to spotlight this shit?
Your dudes, every girl that has a problem, it's the dudes around you. The dudes are with the girls. My dudes. You say it's your dudes.
That's why your dudes raping bitch.
I don't understand that part, bruh. That's the part that people.
Something so ironic about all these stories when the girls be getting gang touched on. You know what I'm saying? The main guy is always the first guy. The main dude that they talking about is always the guy that wasn't present when it happened. Or he was there at first, did what he had to do, and then he left and said, yo, eat, y'all.
People aren't really grasping. That's why people keep.
That's the part that be getting these girls to tell on them. I ain't gonna lie. Because most of these chicks be with it. They be with it. And so the nigga do some shit like, yeah, man, it was, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to bounce, you know what I mean? Go ahead, go in the room, shorty up in the room. That's the part that gets you violated. Because not that she wouldn't even get down. She like, oh, this is what we doing? Say less. Say less. Say less. It's either that or you just straight up nasty, foul ass predator type nigga to be. You know what I mean? Like, I was in jail with some of these niggas, man. Niggas got some weird ass motherfucking ways of life. Let's just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? These niggas got some weird shit going on. And they hide behind that bread. They call it publicist work. What they did. Okay, let me just show you an example of what I'm saying, right? With T.I., when T.I. got knocked with all those fucking guns and T.I. was, you know what I mean? Like, fuck T.I. when he was on that type of shit. What did they do? They gave T.I. a fucking family show. It took half of his fortune to clean up his image. What Diddy, when Diddy's first thing came around, they was going at him. What did they do? His publicist, again, put millions into that publicist work. And what would Diddy yelling next? Vote or die. That's all you see. Diddy on MTV. Diddy hosting this. Diddy, they try to clean his image up with the fucking money. Charlemagne, same exact thing. Same exact thing. Because how the fuck in the world is you a known R word? You a rapo. Let's just put it out there. Fuck it. All right, and y'all want to say rape in the chat, man? Go ahead, do your thing, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna hit the channel. They're gonna hit the channel. The fact is that these people that's sitting here right now hear exactly what the fuck I'm saying, and some of them is gonna do some research, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, how the fuck all this went under my radar?" Hey, that's why you're here. That's why you're here. You're here to hit the like button and say thank you, Mac Mean. Because bro said, "How long ago was this?" Well, I'll tell you one thing. It was many moons ago. This
Hammering you.
Shit ain't new.
It's not for what you did 20 years ago. You can be sorry for that. You can, it's the way you're moving forward, bro.
And the way y'all moving forward, this is what I need y'all to do. Y'all not doing what you gotta do around here. There's not enough likes on the board. You feel me? Salute Drew. Salute Russell. Salute AS. Young. I see all of y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Subscribe to the channel. We do this regular. You know what I'm saying? My other channel, just in case y'all don't know, I'm actually live there too. You know what I'm saying? This is my main channel. Here I go. Y'all can go subscribe over there too. If you're interested, this is where I normally be at. I don't really be on this channel that much. You feel me? But you know, we'll do like a morning show here and do the night show on the other channel. Whatever. All right. That's the channel right there. And just go ahead and subscribe. Do yourself the biggest favor because we are in the rabbit hole. Put them carrot emojis in the chat if you with the shit.
Oh, let me tell you something. You said that the R. Kelly video is the greatest video you've ever seen. You tweeted that. And you know how that came out? Because you had the nerve to go on an R. Kelly documentary.
Gregory, John Doe, salute. Graham, my brother.
To talk about a pedophile. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. You. Is it okay if R. Kelly is in the video with your kids? Is it still a great video? You nasty. Is that a good video? Is it? You don't have to answer. I'm going to tell you honestly, it's better you don't. You shouldn't. You should never, ever answer this. You should always keep a cease and desist, and you should never, ever talk about it.
Carrots in the chat.
Because we already know what you are. You are one of them slimy, greasy dudes that used to be in our neighborhood that don't talk much, that likes to put medication.
Hey, Blizzard man, we seen a lot of these niggas up north, did we not?
In women's drinks and get on top of them. That's you.
Carrots.
We know what you are. I know what you are. I do not care if I ever say your name. I want you to know that I know what you are.
We working, baby girl. We working. Hey, if y'all not subscribed to my other channel, go over there and do the best. You know what I'm saying? To get your life. All right, here we go. Now imagine what we gonna do, Eve, when I decide to put one of these niggas in the title. When I decide to violate one of them and expose one of these real life predators that we know out here, that's out here really stalking us in real life. And I have y'all know the people that's up in here, 172 people that chat, that thing that says get them, that's Eve James podcast. Yeah, they be stalking her too. She a whole woman out here. And you got these predators, right? I'm gonna show y'all a picture of one of them. Give me a second.
Bruh, you. You're nasty and you're disgusting. And you like to joke about it's the podcasting that takes me to a bad place. It's your joking about it that takes me to that place. And the other places, nobody checks you. Nasty. I'm checking you.
Call them nasty.
Nobody doesn't respect your accomplishments and what you do and what you stand for. You should have your opinion. You worked hard for it.
You worked hard for it.
Don't confuse popularity with doing whatever you feel you can do. You hear that?
Oh, you know why? Every time Flex talk, I think about that. Where Lamb Payne at? Why so Ronald Miller's way? Songs that made the hip hooray. These are Waltz and Falcon Way. Oh, what are that?
The emphasis in that mother's voice. You watched it. You know how I know you watch it. You know everything that people are saying because you send out the cease and desist. Cease and desist means you're lying.
Cease and desist means I got shit to hide, Clyde. Now that can't go out there. You were never going to get that sound out your head. Walk around the Miller's way. That's how Flex sound. Songs that made the hip parade. These are all gun falcons way. Those what are days. Now, one more thing. I'm gonna let y'all know. When they see me on this internet, this is what they see. That's what they see. They get the fuck out my way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Watch out for this man, y'all. This man right here. I'm gonna tell you what he did to fucking Diddy. He said Diddy, this nigga right here. Y'all see that patch in his fucking head? He said Diddy was fucking him from the back, pulling his hair. Allegedly. Pulled his hair out so much that he ripped a patch that made it. They call him Little Africa. This is what they call this man. This man is a predator, in fact. I don't think that this man right here is a man at all. This man right here is on a fucking money hunt. Diddy did not do nothing to you, bro. That patch in your head is from bed bugs. That perfect Africa silhouette in your head is not from Diddy ripping that shit out your head, man. You need to stop lying, man, and start telling some true stories, all right? Ain't trying to hear none of that. Diddy, different. This guy right here, watch his face. Watch him. Watch his face when he ace. He'll be running just like Diddy soon. Trust me. Keep on playing with me, boy. Stop stalking these women out here before we do a story on you, nigga. Yeah, you nigga. Dirty, stinky trays. Jesus, all gun falcons way. Those dirty trays. That's how Flex sound. That's not how I sound. I'll fuck you up, boy.
Not want people to discuss the subject. And guess what? You're right. Maybe people
I got time for that shit.
shouldn't, and they shouldn't hurt your brand. And there's a part of that
Why is the mouth white? The mouth is white, right? If you look at this, you know, let's take a quick stroll through the zoo. His mouth is white because there is so much glyco sauce on his mouth. You know what I'm saying? There's but so much glyco you can take on your mouth before your lips become permanently white. Stay woke. You know what I'm saying? StayWoke.com. Stay Woke Records. Watch this man. Watch that man. Okay? See how many people leave as soon as they see his face? He's disturbing. I want y'all to look at his eyes. Look at them eyes. Them eyes, them type of eyes you'll never want to meet on a fucking hungry day. This nigga will fucking kill you with crack. And who the fuck knows where to find crack at with this nigga? Yo, Trays, you see? This is you need to leave me alone, baby. You need to leave me alone, baby. Baby, you need to leave me alone, baby. Oh, shit. When the last time he shared one of his videos? Leave me alone, baby. Baby, you need to leave me alone, baby. What they want? Dope or dog food? What the fuck do they want? I told them I want to be positive for Ramadan. Okay. You want to say I look like Lamont Sanford, motherfucker? That was funny to somebody. It wasn't funny to me, nigga. These are falcons way. Those water days.
I see, and I agree with you. What makes you a creep, what makes you a nasty creep is you keep making jokes and how funny it is for a woman to get raped while she has drugs in her and not being able to remember. That's the part, you creep. You nasty creep. That's the part people are saying they can't stand about you. You nasty. I wish that would happen to my daughter.
Wow.
Spit in your face.
shit.
You talk about another man's family with Kwame Brown. And guess what? I guess it's journalism. And I guess you should be able to say what you want to say. He calls you a rapist. You send him a cease and desist. Guess what?
Damn.
Why don't we just call you contributing to the delinquency of a minor that's 15 years old? Does that feel better? Does that make you sleep better at night? Nasty. It does, right? Makes you feel better about yourself. Because guess what, my brother? No cease and desist will help your guilt.
Wow.
And ain't gonna make you sleep better at night.
That's a sermon. I ain't gonna lie.
You just pulled the wool over more people's eyes. Congratulations to you. If that's what you want out of life, sir, you have won. And my brother, I know you get it a little extra hard because there's people who hate you. And there are a lot of things that are being said about you that aren't true. Because we're going to keep it 1,000. And I know situations happen. My brother, you sound like you cop to what you cop to, and you're paying, you're on probation, whatever you're doing. It's none of my business. But the fact that you keep trying to normalize, that's the part taking everybody to a bad place, you nasty
motherfucker. Now, salute to Anthony Dewberry, right? Charleston White just went the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? This just happened, man. That nigga, I mean, like, Nasty Charlemagne ain't the only one out here doing devil work. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, watch this shit. Chicken shit Charlie out here hollering at these people real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get them likes up. It's about to get funky. And type them carrots in the chat, man, because I think this is rabbit hole shit right now. We about to go see what Charleston White talking about real quick. Chicken shit Charlie.
Posted yesterday that you're going to be having a conversation with Ye.
Yeah, his manager reached out to me yesterday.
And this is after everything occurred, so he's not afraid to have a conversation with you, just like I'm not.
So why would Ye be afraid to have a conversation when he's Ye? Why would Ye be afraid of anything and he's battling the Jewish entity? Why would he be afraid of such a small guy? These are small guys. Who are afraid of Wally and Gillo, my nigga? Get it. Who afraid of these niggas? These niggas got a $100 million given to them.
Great point.
They didn't acquire $100 million. They somebody's boys. Who's scared of these niggas? This nigga ain't who's scared of these niggas? The people who killed this son is still walking the earth, free and alive. Who's scared of this nigga? Who? Nigga, when you built your own brand, you ain't got to be scared of nobody. When you built your own brand and you are a hot commodity, you don't have to be afraid of nobody, nigga. I made myself a necessity in people's lives. I'm needed now, nigga. The internet need me. I'm a certain part of the algorithm. Nigga, once you can build something like that, and Kanye West, aka Ye, has. He made Adidas come back and bow. Why would he be scared of some small niggas on a podcast? Half of a goof troop. Gilly Wallow the only Logic, the other niggas a goof troop.
And I don't even think much less them, right? More or less the people that are like standing
people?
for, oh, you're talking about somebody's son.
What people when they praise King Von? What people is mad about me saying fuck Cheese? Didn't you just hear Tuka's mother? I've been saying fuck Nipsey, homie. How much worse can you get than that? Who was Cheese? His son was a nobody. His son was a fucking nobody. A local joker. You know how many local jokers die every day and the world don't give a fuck about? Huh? Nah, my nigga, there's no backlash for working with Charleston saying fuck Cheese. Maybe his industry friends, but all them niggas been turned their backs and closed the door on me. I ain't never sat on them niggas' table. And I've been eating like a
Again, I'm personally not scared to have the conversation with you. I feel empathy for what Gilly the King went through, and I like Gilly the King. I like Wallow. I like $1 Million a Game. I know. I'm just saying, me personally, it's not my beat.
All these other mothers.
I feel you.
But y'all ain't said nothing though.
Wait,
I had a whole platform.
Not me though, because not me. You can look at.
I had Mo3 Mama.
Yeah.
I had
But you can't say me, because if you look at your text messages, I've been begging you to get her to come up here.
I'm talking about before I introduced y'all to her though.
No, absolutely, you're right. You are absolutely right.
Nobody had any compassion for these mothers who bury black boys every day. Not one time have y'all made a post. Not once. But now that it's a celebrity, what about this one? Y'all just heard her, homie. Nobody have reached out to Mo. Man, y'all don't even reach out to these mothers. Don't be mothers struggling, fam. Don't be mothers struggling.
I hear you.
Mothers, homie, listen, it's a whole bunch of dead mothers I can go on. Right here in Florida, from the Jacksonville, Lil Bibby's father. Nobody have showed any. Say TSTV did an interview with Bibby's dad, but he's not a celebrity. And they rapped about his son right there in Florida. Nobody says nothing. They selective about because they worship celebrities. I'm down here with the mother who's not a celebrity. So it's easy to say fuck a celebrity son when he died. Easy. Because y'all don't care about these mothers down here when they bury their son. And guess what? That's every day. That's every day in our hoods, in our neighborhoods. But y'all worship these niggas who rap about it, though. Y'all worship these niggas who rap about it, nigga.
Whole fact.
Nah, my nigga, I'm a different kind of nigga. That's why the people writing books about me. This is a commissioner from Detroit. Is the author of this book. Not me. This ain't my book. He put this together. This is what the people are saying. But the celebrities hate me. You know why? Because they ain't for the people. They ain't for the people. And that's why they hate me, nigga, because I'm for the people, made by the people.
Talk that shit.
I sold out 6 shows in Detroit, Michigan.
Talk that shit.
Feet of snow with no promotion. I sold out in Oakland, Tommy T's, no promotion. Nothing. No, because the people, when they hear I'm coming, they coming. So, nigga, I'm going to keep saying fuck these celebrity kids.
And that y'all got a chance to hear that, right? What y'all think about that?
The diddler on the roof. That's your man. Y'all love this nigga? Huh? The diddler. Dang, Diddy, dang, that. Yo, everybody salute everybody that's coming here. You know what I'm saying? That's here right now. We about to go down the rabbit hole a little bit more, man. We at the 2-hour mark. Oh, man. Man, he wilding on Gilly again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what his issue is with Gilly, but fuck it. Let's just go down the rabbit hole, man. Salute it. M3S3 TV. Salute the Mac Mean. True story. That's me. right, give me 1 second. I'm loading up clips. Let me see what y'all thought about in the chat real quick. All right, we got Carrots. Shout out to Mac Man, Joe Friday, salute. Salute to my man Blizzard Man. Ming. If y'all like funny rap videos, go run me up. You won't be disappointed. Well, drop your thing, drop your link. Let me go look at your videos real quick. Let me go see if you really a funny type nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go pull that up while we get this shit rolled. All right, let's get it rolling.
Daniel did more murder, can't get saw.
Hold up, my bad. My bad, y'all. He said his name is. I don't think you can put a link in there. If you guys like funny videos, viral track.
And you would have been able to go to court, fill up the court, and give us 50 comeback and 50 impact states for the trial. But now you can't do that. So guess what? They can get you walk with you and smoke on your phone. And why they smoking on you?
I can't hear it. Let's go to homie video, see. Viral track. Let's see my man funny. Oh shit. Man, the milkman is up in this bitch. He's had like 350 people up in this bitch. Man, people going down the rabbit hole, man. Viral track. I'm gonna subscribe. This is the same emblem, I think. Is this your channel, bro? I don't see nothing funny here. I want to subscribe and hate that. Wow, see? Excellent. Unsubscribe. I don't think that's the channel. What you mean? All right, let me get up the comments real quick. Oh, carrots are divine. You get a dozen. Hey, you know something though, man? There's a lot of carrot eaters around here, bro. You know what I'm saying? They like going down a rabbit hole. I don't see your channel, Viral Trap. Let me try again. I don't see you, bro. I see a lot of welcome to 7-Eleven, though. Welcome to 7-Eleven. Come get your life right here. Bro, dance now, sub. That's what's up, man. I'll put you on timeout. Tell your mother to dance. Did P. Diddy do that shit? I think so, man. I respect Charleston White more than dudes doing these podcasts promoting the problems blacks have to do. Great. You too. Watch out, P. Diddy's behind you. P. Diddy's an Antigua. You're lying. Cadillac, salute. Jack, salute. Just be real me. Did P. Diddy do that? I doubt it. I would say that P. Diddy is innocent. It's proven guilty. That's what I say. It's not what Candace Owens says. That's what I say. I tell you, man, I'm just responsible for moving the mouse around and playing whatever's on TV. That's what this shit is about. Moving the mouse.
Fahim Muhammad, he is
I'll get the likes up.
in security, and yes, he obviously is high up in security.
Now she's talking about Michael Jackson and this whole connection. Candace got a lot going on over here, man. She's way down in the rabbit hole.
He was providing security to Michael Jackson. He happened to die.
Jamil Peterson too. We are surviving Diddy
on his watch. Big deal, right?
I'm my survival kit right here next to the garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Deal. Well, I think that would lead us to the question of who exactly is Fahim Muhammad, because that's kind of a big first job to have. You're 21 years old and you're protecting the king of pop. What exactly are his qualifications? Let's go back to Ian Carroll and his reporting.
And now here's the best part. Check this out. This is in all of his bios, by the way, but we're pointing it out now. In 2008, Fahim graduated from Sacramento State University with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Business Administration with a concentration in real estate and marketing. Okay? Do you realize what's wrong with that yet? Anything coming to mind? When did Michael Jackson die? June 25th, 2009. Jackson died from cardiac arrest caused by a propofol and benzodiazepine overdose, caused by his doctor, apparently. Hold up. Hold the phone. Pause. Why is a dude who just graduated college last year with a business and real estate degree the head of security for the king of pop, for Michael Jackson, the most famous musician of all time?
Facts.
How do you take 20,000 children in the middle of New York City without anybody seeing?
Yeah. What's up with them 20,000 children missing in New York?
Yeah, that is
that get taken right out. 20,000 kids missing in New York City, and nobody fucking know where the fuck they at.
Remarkably suspicious. And if we had a
rabbit hole, please put some carrots in the chat.
Media that was interested in actually presenting the truth and not just propagandizing on behalf of the state, they would probably explore and look deeper into who this character is. But of course, that's not what the media does. Instead, they are meant to convince people of certain narratives. And like I said in the past, I've been a victim to that. I was obviously very young when everything was going on with Michael Jackson, and I believed the media, which is why I was kind of stunned to kind of go back and revisit the Michael Jackson case. And Ian.
Carrots. Somebody said them kids, some 20,000 kids that's missing out of New York is on the island.
And has extensively unpacked
carrots,
that revealing, and I did not know this, maybe perhaps because the media
carrots
wasn't interested in telling us the end result. But yes, the FBI raided Michael Jackson's home. They poured through hours upon hours of the video footage that he had, other materials, documents that were in his house, trying to find this connection to Michael Jackson and potential child abuse. And what ended up being the result was that they could not find a single shred of proof that Michael Jackson had abused any children. And yet, despite this, the media convinced us that he was a pedophile, or maybe they didn't convince you, but they definitely did a good job convincing me that Michael Jackson was a pedophile. And to be clear, maybe it's perhaps the lack of evidence that was ever uncovered. Michael Jackson was found not guilty of all of the charges that were brought against him. But that didn't stop the media's obsessive attacks against him. They still wanted people to believe that this man was a bad individual. And so they shifted their claims and they started revealing in so many articles, so many front page news pieces were written to tell the masses that Michael Jackson was a raging anti-Semite. It is a fact, by the way, that Michael Jackson did keep a list of people in the industry that he said were his enemies, okay? On that list were people that all happened to be Jewish. So it was lawyer Gloria Allred, music exec Tommy Mottola, Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, you may have heard of him, and I'm going to mention him later, Israeli illusionist Uri Geller, and also Michael Jackson's former manager, Dieter Wiesner. Now, to be clear, it was Dieter himself that revealed that Michael Jackson had this list, but he says that Michael Jackson was just paranoid, that Michael Jackson thought that these industry people were all colluding to try to ruin his life and to take over his life. And again, that was just Michael Jackson being crazy and being a raging anti-Semite. Well, Ian Carroll also investigates those claims as well. Take a listen.
And yes, Jackson did say that the Jews are, probably referring to the Jews in the music industry, are like leeches and that they took everything from them, that they did it on purpose. But when you look into those allegations or those insults, you realize that because of his will that was probably fake and filed right before his death. So the will was signed on July 7th in Los Angeles by 3 witnesses. But Jackson's family pointed out that he was in New York that day and there's video proving it. So they changed their story. But the witnesses definitely saw it and it was just in New York. So anyways, because of this will, John Branca was put in charge of his estate, which included his net worth of $230 million, but far more importantly, his 50% share of Sony ATV worth $750 million. Yes, he was taking on Sony. He was going after the hand that feeds him. And when you look into John Branca, in 2003, Jackson fired Branca because he was siphoning money out of Jackson's accounts in collusion with Sony Music CEO Tommy Mottola and funneling it through a bunch of offshore accounts in the Caribbean. John Branca is Jewish, and Tommy Mottola is also Jewish.
Wow. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know any of that? Because I certainly didn't. I didn't realize that this was a conflict at the end of Michael Jackson's life, that suddenly they were alleging that he signed a new will and handed everything over to the very people that he was fighting, the very people that he was saying were colluding to take things from him, ended up, in the end, taking things from him, despite their remarkable mistake saying that he signed this new will in a place that he simply wasn't at. So yes, Michael Jackson's estate was transferred over to specific individuals who happened to be Jewish. So what do we make of all this? What do we make of all this? What do you think about all of this? Well, I'm going to be honest with you that these claims keep coming up too often in Hollywood for me to be comfortable with it, right? We saw this, obviously, it's not just now the Diddy lawsuit, it's not just now Michael Jackson. We also have seen these claims with Kanye West, notoriously, obviously, when he tweeted out, "I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on some Jews," and the media freaked out, and people in the Jewish community were understandably very scared, not knowing what he meant. And I very much abstained from speaking much about the issue because people were so emotional that people couldn't hear, even if I had shared. And even when Kanye did share that he was speaking about specific people in Hollywood that he believed were coming after him and were trying to control him. He actually named some of those individuals. He shared personal text messages of a friend of his, a personal trainer to the stars, who again happens to be Jewish, was threatening to put him in the
Carrots in the chat
hospital and to drug him against his will. Harley Pasternak is his name, and the media barely reported on those text messages that he shared publicly because obviously he was enemy number one.
Let's go back. Look at that guy. Pay attention to that guy. Where the fuck is this nigga at? Where the fuck is this man at, Diddy? They say he had the old Bad Boy records. You know what I'm saying? With Craig Mack. Biggie.
Text messages that he shared publicly because obviously he was enemy number one. And here's what else I will tell you. When that Kanye situation went down.
It's nasty out here. Get them carrots up in the chat and hit the like button. For real, for real.
I was being threatened by a person named Rabbi Shmuley, person that Michael Jackson put on his enemy list, the person that I had never heard of, was threatening me and saying that unless I came out and said things explicitly against Kanye, he would effectively ruin my life. He said that he would take out a front page ad and smear me as an anti-Semite. And it wasn't just him, it was also his daughter. They were messaging me saying, "Don't mess with Jews." Very bizarre stuff, and they have not stopped, to be clear. And him and his daughter have consistently pulled clips from this show, taken them out of context, and tried to convince Jewish people that I hate them.
Candace Owens is gripped with a poisonous, almost pathological hatred of Jews. It's actually become very serious. It's actually almost frightening. When you see a woman like Candace Owens blood libeling the Jewish people, Candace Owens is losing it. Her anti-Semitism goes by the day.
The new EB-5 visa is back. 2022's EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act delivered major upgrades, including new EB-5 visa set-asides and targets for faster processing times. If you are in the United States on a valid visa, you can use concurrent filing and apply for adjustment of status immediately. After being granted work authorization, you receive nearly the same benefits of a green card before even receiving it. With Barings EB-5 lawsuit victory, USCIS has opened its doors and EB-5 investors are filing now. The minimum investment amounts went up to $800,000, but the
My bad.
There is something really, truly wrong with Candace Owens.
Now this bitch hates Candace.
You guys know that I dislike liars and anti-Semites more than anything in a whole entire world. And here we have a combination of both.
This is what this bitch do all day. She just hate on Candace Owens.
Candace Owens simply will not stop defending Kanye West.
Now you gotta understand, in my world, this is bigger than the little funky ass trolls that be barbering us. These motherfuckers that barber us ain't shit. You wanna know why? Because they ain't really got no panels. They don't got no voice. They don't know how to make the algorithm jump up and down. They don't know how to excite the people in no kind of way. But they do know how to attract fucking weirdos. And I think that this type of weirdo, this level of weirdo, this is a little bit different than a motherfucker that got 100 subs or 1,000 subs or 10,000 subs barbering you. This is a motherfucker that got millions of followers that's doing shit like this. Smear campaign.
It's like an obsession. If she's unable to genuinely and authentically...
Mind you, Candace Owens doesn't say shit about her. She keeps talking about Candace, and then she's saying that Candace Owens is obsessed. No,
a combination of both.
Candace Owens simply will not stop defending Kanye West. It's like an obsession.
So what? So what? Right, wrong, and indifferent, black people, we need somebody that's a black woman that's going to speak up for us, even when we looking like we crazy. I'm not saying that we justify it, but we don't let motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, do a witch hunt on our people right in front of our face.
If she's unable to genuinely and authentically condemn what Kanye said, it says a lot about her.
If you come for us, we'll come back at you with everything that we have. I have heard from hundreds of you who feel so backstabbed and betrayed and disappointed in Candace Owens and others who just
blah, 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 blah. Shout outs to the fucker that put that music behind it.
defended, who enabled and encouraged.
I hear this smear campaign shit. She got a fucking editor to help her put music behind it, add emotional value into this bullshit.
It says a lot about her.
If you come for us, we'll come back at you with everything that we have. I have heard from hundreds of you who feel so backstabbed and
Give me hundreds. Give me 5 people by name.
betrayed and disappointed in Candace Owens and others who defended, who enabled and encouraged Kanye West.
These type motherfuckers that paid to get, you know, 1,000 fake generated fucking messages in their comments so you could really think that people are saying something against somebody. Hell fucking no. We know the difference between bots and humans.
To continue spreading lies and venom and medieval Jewish hatred, Candace Owens posted a picture of my face and my name and my account to her own.
What are you talking about? You put in her face and a name in your fucking thumbnails, goofy.
Over 4 million followers yesterday, many of whom are violence crazed and unhinged.
You really went after Candace Owens today. Why?
And that's a sliver of what she actually deserves. She's
And we got called them small hats and shit like
such
that.
a liar. She is an anti-Semite. She hates Jews. She has a thing with
incredible,
Jews.
isn't it? Like,
and
weird.
While Jews are being attacked around the world, she finds
No, Muslims are being attacked.
it really necessary to spend her time.
I ran up in the Gaza, and basically kicked them all the fuck out. You said you kick them out, but then you bomb and they exit.
Use her platform to defend and protect Kanye West while she talks
A Hitler lover.
crap about
Kanye
Israel.
West is not just anti-Semite.
Oh, we about to go down a rabbit hole.
He's a Hitler lover. That's a different
literally,
level altogether.
Literally. She is abominable. I actually stood by her.
Wow.
Where it is on media, on social
It's
media,
more
Facebook, on
gangster than
Twitter.
fucking preacher in Harlem.
Until more you apologize and
West,
say
the more she
stop.
defends Kanye West, the more we're going to smear campaign. That's all I hear.
Defending Kanye, we will come for you.
It's utterly ridiculous. It's insane. I know many Jewish people watch this show. Many Jewish people are my friends. And so what I believe is something that should be explored is whether or not what's happening is that just like within all communities, there are gangs, right? Gangs can form. We understand this. In the Black community, we've got the Bloods and we've got the Crips. Well, imagine if the Bloods and the Crips were doing horrific things, murdering people, controlling people with blackmail. And then every time a person spoke out about it, the Bloods and the Crips would call those people racist. Would get the media to say those people were racist. Any person that was talking about a specific gang, a small group of people, would say, oh my God, no, that's like slavery. You can't at all say anything bad about the Bloods and the Crips. And the entire Black community believed it and was scared and thought, oh my God, like, is slavery actually coming back? It would be emotional manipulation, because of course we would know that despite the fact that the Bloods and the Crips are Black, that the majority of Black people do not support the crimes that they have committed, the crimes that they continue to commit. It's a gang. But what if that is what is happening right now in Hollywood, if there is just a very small people who are using the fact that they are Jewish to shield themselves from any criticism? It's food for thought, right? And I think, again, there have been enough people that are speaking out.
Salute to Candace motherfucking Owens. You know, I don't understand why they give us so much hatred, man. They come down on that woman so hard, bro. I mean, like, huh. All right, well, here's a Muslim nigga that's walking around Brooklyn questioning Jews, Jewish people on their thoughts on Palestine. You know what I'm saying? And what they feel.
It's your boy Dulamula. You already know. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm about to go to some Jews right now and ask them, how do they feel about Palestine? Let's get this. Do you think there will ever be peace between Palestine and Israel? I don't know. Huh?
Of course.
I don't know. Hopefully one day.
Could be. Yeah, I think so.
I believe so. You guys.
Man, this nigga's funny. He's stupid. On BD, on BD, on BD. On King David, shout it. On BD, on BD. I don't know why you do.
It's 1,000 pilgrims. It's 1,000. They trying to jump me on King David. Why you walking up on me like that? He's swinging. Look at him. He's swinging. Oh, come on, man. I can't do this. On King David.
He be all up in their face.
You want your hey, you got your wife. Hey. Who text my name? Y'all will tell me? Should I call phone them? Should I call phone them? Okay. I'm finna get jumped out some pilgrim. Okay, Dave. We've been to the tunnel. Air conditioning was amazing.
Party hard too, ironically.
Air conditioner. If you ain't GDK, what the fuck is you doing with me? Okay, Dave. On BD. Shorty. Okay, Dave. Shorty, we shut down like Navy, shorty.
And these niggas are scared to say the word Jew on YouTube. This nigga's running down on whole packs of them.
I don't want to go to jail. He's trying to box me in. He keep running up on me, gang. He keep running up on me. I ain't trying to hurt him.
This shit, nigga be getting locked up, baby.
Gang. I ain't trying to. Hey, y'all see here? Okay, Dad. I'm not gonna hurt the pilgrim. Okay.
Hey, yo, we gonna get back to the rabbit hole tomorrow, man. I gotta get up out of here, man. Salute to everybody that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Grand Fishburne, for hitting the chat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's here, I got to go. I got people to do things to see. I'll get with y'all later, man. I'm out.